I'm Breann McGregor. So today I have Eric I will be interviewing. Here we go. So Eric, so I'd like to know, how has COVID affected your life, and as far as your personal life, work life, your friends and family, how you were able to visit with them or talk with them, and if you can or if you can't, and just how is it in Los Angeles right now as well?
It's affected my life in such a big, major way. I don't know if you know that for the past 4 years, I created this character, KIMONO, and I've been going by KIMONO, and never in a million years would I have thought that I would do anything in the music world. Well, last year happens to, I bump into this person at 4th of July last year. I can remember it like it was yesterday. And I was at a party with a friend, and me and my friend were co-managing this artist. They come and they tell me, "Oh my goodness, you know Jennifer Lopez, like you have some type of connection." They knew it through the Instagram or whatever. And he said, "I have an artist in Israel." J-Lo was just now on her tour, and she was doing a world tour. She was in the US at this point, but in 1 month she was going in August, going to be in Israel. So they said, "Can you get my artist to open up for J-Lo?" I was like, "There's no way. There's just no way I can help you with that. She's already in the middle of her tour." Anyways, I thought to myself, artists usually pay people like other artists to open up for them. So I said, maybe present me with an offer. And they presented offers. We went back and forth. I put an offer on Jennifer's manager's desk, and before I knew it, I was flying to Israel because they accepted the offer. So what changed my life was I was standing on this stage in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and looking at 100,000 people. I was looking at this artist that I didn't know, this girl that I didn't know at all, but I bumped into her manager, and because of that interaction, I changed her entire life. She ended up getting a world tour with Enrique Iglesias after that. Wow. So I was standing there looking at 100,000 people. I said, "You know what? I can do this for myself." I fly back to LA with my business partner, and we were going to open up this restaurant, like trying to get in the food business. And we had this whole plan of like vegan boys. And like, you know what? We're not getting in the food business, guys. We're going to be a group. Like I had a vision in my head that I saw it. The whole thing was like, I was standing on that stage, and somehow I knew that could be me standing on that stage. So anyways, we put together, they were all in. They were all in, me and 2 other guys, and they were all in. I'm like, let's do it. We started making music. We found a manager to help like produce, put money down, an investor and all this. And we got a gig to open up at the Apollo Theater. We got in New York. We had 3 shows: the Apollo Theater, the Globe in LA, and the Great American Concert Hall in San Francisco, all opening up for this major artist. His name is 𝗍𝗲, who like opens up like huge in Europe. And then COVID hit. Wow. Everything got shut down. We were rehearsing. We were in the middle of rehearsing. We were ready. It was already booked. Everything got shut down. Wow. So at first I was like, man, how could that happen? We were like, everything was working out. And I realized it was such a huge blessing because we weren't ready for the stage that we were about to jump on. And when COVID hit, it gave us so much time to like actually get to know each other as a group, because we kind of just became this group because of what I saw when I went to Israel and I had this vision. And so during COVID, I moved to the Valley and lived with my group, Vegan Boys, for 3 months. And we just like had ups and downs of just like getting to know, like not just getting to know each other, but like groups go through stuff, and so we were like breaking up and getting back together, like to like, going through it, like we can do this. And we just evolved so much. And then we finished an EP. We just finished that EP. And so we're like, now we're in that moment now where we're going to shop that to different like labels and things. But COVID changed my life in such a big way, Just like, I feel like it for everyone though, not just me, but it gave us time to reflect on how far we've been, I've been doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of sitting down with myself and getting to know like myself, just reflecting how far I've been, because every step that you've taken in your life, that I've taken in my life, got me to a bigger goal, got me to a bigger accomplishment that sometimes we overlook, you know? And so that helped me be grateful and just be able to just reflect, to sit with myself and realize, wow, I'm actually doing this. We can do this. We have all the power within us to achieve these goals. But when we overlook and we don't sit back and just look how far we've come and look how powerful we actually are, then we kind of block ourselves.
Right.
So, and with family, it actually even helped me a lot more with my family, because I never seen my family more than I had during COVID, because they don't live with me. They don't live near me. But because of COVID, I'm on a Zoom call almost every other week with them, because there's birthdays all over, nieces, nephews, brothers, mom, like everyone's got birthdays, and we all get on Zoom calls together.
I feel you on self-reflection. That's definitely what it has enabled me to do. And I've been taking full advantage of taking this time, because there's really nothing around me. I feel like God has me here, and he's saying, Breann, I don't want you focused and getting yourself distracted, trying to clean your OCD, giving yourself projects that are really going to lead you to nowhere. You're just keeping your mind busy. And I feel that he's truly making me figure out I'm like, he's given me everything, but it is up to me to find my path and my journey. And, where I was before, what I was overly thinking that I was going to do, I just have faith in what will be. And I'm just being present right now. And, we never expected to be on a staycation, technically.
Yeah.
And that's, lasted as many months as it has. And, but I'm so fortunate, and Harash and I, we both are, that, and my mom, that she lives alone, so during COVID, she's like, I have no clue where I would have gone. And she does anesthesia. So, she hasn't been able to work because she is part of the age group that's more susceptible of getting things. However, she has started working back in May, but she's careful about it. But those months prior, she was like, I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have gotten it just because, I was going out shopping or whatnot. She would have maybe have gone out more than she should have. And, because of us being here, it's kept her to stay home or whatnot and to focus on herself. In the beginning, we were all just trying to navigate around. And I think we're still doing that, where we're all in our own world. And we see each other in passing, but I feel like we're all self-reflecting at this moment. And every time I pass Harash or my mom, I'm like, they're in their own world. We'll ask a question, but I feel like we're all within our own thoughts trying to figure things out. And it's weird. It's crazy because now and that's where I wanted to go with the question, as far as being in the entertainment business, right? And a lot about it, and Harash and I as well. It's like, now that there's no festivals or concerts, and I know that this is part of where you can't control what's going on. For instance, Harash can't sit around and be like, oh God, we can't have festivals or concerts or whatnot. So now it's having faith in what will be, use it, like it's taking like advantage of what we do have and making something out of nothing is what I've been doing. And so far it feels good. It feels genuine. And so I'm going with it. And I have, if there's
keep going.
I'm like the little engine that could, man. But my engine is like,
I love this, what you're doing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like follow your passion and do it.
Yes, and it feels really good. And I just want to know, as far as you going with your group, the Vegan Boys, how do you see your future? Like, I know I don't want to say that in a way to make, I know if I say something to Harash about what do you think of this, it can bring up like anxiety or whatnot. But if COVID's taught us anything, it's like right now everybody is in the unknown. But as far as
Right,
where do you
right.
think you
We're
see it
all going
going?
through this path. You know, so like I'm a firm believer of like there are no chances. You're always in the right place at the right time, and have, like you mentioned, having faith is so important. But so adapting to change is also very key to this business. Things change, situations happen, and you must be able to adapt to those changes. And in the music industry, we went from audio tapes to CDs to digital, and so like things change. So concerts, people aren't going in face-to-face concerts right now. Maybe they will in the future. Maybe things will change, but syncing is still huge right now. And so I see in the moment vegan boys having our music on movies, on TV, through syncing, through Spotify, all the digital
Right,
platforms. You still grow through those, and you get paid through those.
right.
And so we're able to market and push through different platforms like Spotify, which is the biggest one that we're going to push through. But also, you know, now that we have an EP, our manager knows a lot of people in the industry, and he sent already our EP to like Black Eyed Peas and certain people, and they love it. So like, who knows where this will go? But I know that we're not going to stop. We'll never quit, because the future is bright. All we have is to like be able to just believe. And if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Like if you believe enough, it will come. It's already happened. And so just
You can
people give
manifest
up
if
too
you
soon.
picture it, you know, and if you picture it in your mind, and then you picture what it feels like, and you, as if you've already there, and you feel
Yes.
those feelings, you will manifest it. I mean, it's all
Yeah.
about just believing. You don't have to wonder, how am I going to get there? How is this going to work out? It's just in your mind, just by going
Feeling.
over and over, you are manifesting it. It's coming to fruition. And I am so proud of you. I mean, I know the journey's been long, and I've seen the process back when we were in Los Angeles or whatnot. And I'm super excited for you guys. And I'm excited to see you guys excel, you know, and to see you, you know, I am just so excited to see my friends win. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
I'm like the side cheerleader, like, yes, go, 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 you know, like it feels really good. Like I feel that COVID, if anything, has really made me like, not that I haven't, like I've always appreciated my friends, but it's times like this where I'm like, I am so grateful. Like when I needed my friends, and this is something, this project that I've taken on to talk about mental health and how COVID has affected us individually, because everyone's different, and hoping that uh, our journeys being shared can help others. My friends that just came forward and were like, Breann, this is awesome. Like, hell yes, sign me up. Like,
it's
that's
awesome.
so fucking, it's crazy. Like, because
I was telling her, Raj, this is awesome that what you're doing, and it's such a great idea, and it's just gonna spread so much value to the world and help
absolutely.
people, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I feel that you're helping me with your story. I'm making a routine. You're holding me accountable. Each one of my friends is holding me accountable to show up. You know, I'm getting up. I'm like, I actually went outside today for the first time in like, let's say a week.
I love it.
And
Yeah.
because I've kind of cornered myself into this bedroom, and the four walls have become like a prison cell, not like a bad place, but it's like, it's so scary and foreign to me outside. And
Step into the unknown.
yeah, I know. I mean, look who's, I mean, I'm definitely, I'm working my way there, and I'm trying to work through I'm actually trying to sit with every emotion that I get. I will start to feel, if I get overwhelmed, I will go to my room, where I will try to film myself in that feeling and start talking about it. And I find that as I talk about whatever it is that I'm going through, it just like, whew, it just comes down, it comes off. It feels really good. And I guess that's why I started this, because with my therapist, talking to him every week, he was saying, Breann, I think if what would be really healthy for you right now is to create some sort of routine. So I was trying to go to school, that didn't work out. And so I was just like, I am not going to just go another day without having a routine or structure. And that's when I came up with this idea, and I just ran with it, and it feels really good. And it's,
I love it. And I wish you the best on this. I know it's going to do amazing. I was telling Araj, this is going to be a big hit on YouTube and wherever you choose to put this out on.
You know, I just hope that, you know, whoever comes across this finds strength, and they know that they're not alone. I know that all my friends have inspired me, and I want to help. Like, I want us all to inspire others, and just like, by, you know, it just spread. I want it to be contagious, you know, just love. And we're all connected, man, you know, and we need to just spread that love. And
100%.
I want to get back to you and your band or whatnot. So you guys are, you've got your EP that you've sent out to the A&Rs. You got people interested. And so you guys, how was it the 3 months that you guys, so this was a COVID kind of state too?
It was a COVID thing, and it was tough though. I'm not gonna sit here and say it was just all easy, and it was tough because we had to learn each other and have like arguments and things, you know, happen.
I want to add in there is that, so what I know from you guys are the most chillest people I know. So to have three people who are all very in tuned with their being, how is that possible? I mean, I know we're all human at the end of the day, but to hear you say that you actually were going through ups and downs, to me, it's like, God, from the outside looking in, it's like you've got it all together. So how, like, if you guys are all together and you're both all in sync, like, you'd be like, all right, dude, I'm just going to go chill over here or whatever. Like, you kind of would stay away from it. So it's crazy to me to see, to even hear that that's even possible. I mean, I know that it's we're human.
Well, I am a very chill person. We all are in the group.
Yeah.
But so I don't know if you know, like, my brand kind of, I start off in the weed industry, like smoking a lot, like making that my brand, weed and kimonos. And over this, since COVID hit, I think early March 1 or something, I detoxed myself from all substances. So I haven't smoked any weed, haven't had any alcohol, I'm vegan and I only drink water, you know, like for the past 6 months, I've been detoxing. So in the early stages of that, you know, things get tough. Like,
I was gonna say, you do sound a little different. How does it feel? Like, you do sound
amazing. You know, I knew I needed to evolve in my life on every aspect, every way in my life. And the reason why I took this detox is I normally would take about a few weeks off of weed and detox my body, but this is a very long, like, I completely took it out of my system all the way. Like, I still don't smoke weed. And the reason why I started though is I was losing my dreams. I wasn't getting visions and dreams. And I knew that weed was blocking that in that moment. And so I was feeling like I was actually supposed to be getting some dreams and visions. And so I have to cut this weed out, and I cut it out. And sure enough, I started getting visions and dreams. And at first it was like dark and shadow stuff and scary dreams and different. And it was like, I was tempted so many times to just smoke weed again so I could block these dreams. But I knew that if I just go through it,
you have to sit with
the
it.
dreams will get brighter and brighter, and they did. And now I have like these amazing, peaceful dreams, and it just like almost prophetic dreams. Like I know, because we don't get in life what we want, we get how we feel. And so, like, one of my biggest mantras I say all the time is, I am what I want, and I attract what I am, because we get what we feel we are.
Yes.
And so, like, I just had to go through some detoxing of just my life and evolving in so many ways. And when you have multiple people in a group and all at the same place, then, like, it's one thing working together and doing music together and going to the studio versus living together. Like, we live together, you know, and so you butt heads sometimes.
Right. Absolutely.
But we got through those. There's like, life will always give you obstacles and lessons to learn, but those, it's the way when you change your mindset, like obstacles are only opportunities for success. Like I really believe that everything is a lesson for us to learn. And if we choose to believe in that, oh, this is teaching us a lesson, we will grow and evolve in such a way that like everything can be on fire around you, everything can be in chaos around you, but you could be living in your heaven on earth because you changed your mindset. So I just started changing my mindset in all kinds of different ways and growing. And then the more I got in tune and with that and with my vibrations raising and my frequency raising, I started actually manifesting things quicker into my reality and coming.
Yeah, it was all aligning with you now, because what you're putting out, it's just like you're allowing it to come flow into your life.
Allowing. Yes, allowing.
You know, so how are you going forward with the weed business, or is that something that you have on hold?
You know, that I let that go. I let go of attachment to all things and let things just happen naturally. I'm not against weed. In fact, I love weed in terms of what it does and the medicine it is and how it helps people change their, like, have this spiritual, like, awakening. It gave me a spiritual awakening to what I would have never believed in. Now I believe in so much magic. I believe in so much, like, I have so much faith because of weed.
Right.
Yeah.
You experience what it's like versus now, like, what it's not like. And you've had your before. So before you ever experienced weed, then experiencing it. And now it's like you morphed from like it's like this maturity and this wisdom is just coming upon us. And I think I'm so proud of you. Wow, Eric,
I do have big dreams for the weed industry. I do have big dreams for
absolutely.
my brand is KIMONO in the weed industry, opening up like a KIMONO land and a chain of those and really just like spreading that love through all kinds of ways. It's not just Vegan Boys. I have a whole other brand with just myself that I've been growing for the past 4 or 5 years, which I'm going to push really hard on, and through the meditation and mindset courses and things that I'm going to start building on that and just like spreading my light and love. Like we're all doing, like you said, we are all connected. And I know my purpose in life is to spread my light and my joy to the world and increase in people's lives through just adding value to them and knowledge and information. And I know that's something that I have, and that's something that, because I sit with myself and we all have the power within us to tap into that.
You know, I would love to talk to you and the Vegan Boys, you know, and maybe, I don't know if we could hear a song or something, you know, or you guys could sing or just something. I don't even know if
that'd be amazing. Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'll talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear you guys. And well, I feel like you've answered a lot, like as far as what would you, if someone finds themselves having a hard time, which a lot of us have been, and we will, because it is unsure times. What would your advice be, or any tips be, to help them implement into their life, to stay focused, to stay like, not to steer off? I mean, I know we all sort of do, but we can get ourselves back. What is your advice to anyone struggling with just depression, loneliness, the unknown, even though we can't control anything, we have to let that up. But what has worked for you that you find that is really helping you, enabling you to just keep moving forward and keeping your mind right?
Just knowing that since a little kid, I knew I had something in me, knew that like I was meant for something bigger. We all had that playful side of us when we were kids, and we kind of, through human domestication, get out of that through like what we're taught from everyone, and we're told no and all this thing. Go back to that. Go back to when you were a kid. Kind of picture yourself. This is something I did. I pictured myself as a child, actually like so vivid, sitting in the park, just like by myself. And then my current self went up to my child self and said, thank you so much for believing. Thank you so much for not giving up, because never give up, never quit is my whole thing. Don't quit. I will never quit. I will never quit. And I gave myself a hug, my little self a hug.
Aww.
And then left. And you know what? There's like you feel great after that, because if you don't, people give up too soon. If you don't
That's what
give
I was
up,
just going to
don't
ask you
quit.
now, as you were mentioning that earlier, is that people give up just, and it's usually right before it's about to happen. They give up, and it's just like, it was, if they would have just waited. I love how you were talking to your child self, you know, like going back and hugging your little child and saying, hey, thank you. You know, it's, I feel as adults, as we get older, it is that child, like all the hurt that we have within us is really that small child not feeling validated, or those questions that it asked, or the curiosity that was just like, okay, we'll talk about it later sort of thing. But as an adult, you go back and you sit with those emotions that are coming up, that we either use, you know, drinks or something to just put it off because we don't want to deal. But when I feel that the COVID effect is you're either self-reflecting, or I'm not really sure. You're just,
right.
You know, but if you're self-reflecting, I just know through therapy, through years of therapy, is that you have to sit with the emotion. And every time I've like sat with that emotion, I've gone back to the young Breann, and I'm like, holy shit, this emotion is attached to this feeling that I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm able to see where the root of it is. And it's that small child that we are all really trying to comfort and trying to like prove ourselves to. It's not our parents or anything. It's that child who was like, I want to do this. I want to be this because my parents will be so happy. And then, you know, we're taught that to have this expectation of ourselves. And as we get older, if we don't meet certain things, it's like, it's this disappointing this smaller self. But I don't know if most people would ever really know what that small, like, to talk to their child. So you saying, like, I can vividly picture myself in the park, and I just go up to my small self and hug Eric, and I'm like, hey, thank you. I haven't heard someone mention that. So it's like, I feel like that
changed my life when I did that. It was so liberating. It's so like, tear fell down my cheek when I did that, because I knew, like, I've made it. No matter what happens, it's all within. You know, you can do anything you want in this life. There's no abundance that you can't achieve with anyone else that's available to you. Yeah, it's just the believing. It's the possibility of, like, how much do we believe? And I knew if I went back to my child self and had that talk with my 5-year-old self, from all those years, every step in my life got me to bigger goals, got me to bigger accomplishments. So we are always in the right place. We're always in the right place at the right time, and things happen for us to learn lessons. And if you don't learn those lessons, life will keep giving you more obstacles.
Turn that lesson to you in a different form. I mean, if you don't learn that lesson, you're going to get it one way or the other, wherever you try to run. It's going to be slapped right in front of you. It might not be the same way, but until you've learned, like, evolved, you're just going to keep running into that. Why am I not moving forward? It's like, ding, 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 wake up. You know, anytime
they're going against the current. I learned to let go, and that's the biggest reason why I let go of everything, because it's a state of flow. When you don't try to swim up current, just go with the state of flow. Because what I've experienced is things usually don't happen exactly the way I visualize or dream, but they happen a lot better. And it's when I let go, of how, and allow it. So let go of the how things are going to work, and just allow things to work, because they will. And you let go of attachment to everything.
Yeah.
Just really be present.
Great advice. You know, definitely not by being a minimalist and, you know, we're enough, just our human, everything else materialistic, just let it go. Like, the more stuff, I do feel like having the stuff in, like, all of our stuff being away from it, to be honest, I've just said, if it's supposed to be mine, it'll be there. If it's not, if it's taken, it's taken. If it burns up, it burns up. I'm just like, you know, my mom or Harash will be like, do you need something? I'm like, I have what I need. I don't, if I see something, I'm like, I don't need it. It's like, if it's not a necessity, then I don't I'm content with what I've got, you know, and I'll just, you know, borrow like my mom's stuff, or, you know, I'm just grateful for everything that I have. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for, you know, my dogs who are been there for me for, like, Rambo will be 11 this weekend. Lolita will be
Wow, that's
10 in
amazing.
November.
Happy birthday, Rambo.
Yeah, right. And, you know, I know, like, they've always been there and supporting me. And it's like during these times, I feel like I have to, like, they can feel me during COVID with all the, you know, my mom's got her dogs, and I know that they're a little bit like, all right, why are these other dogs in our house kind of thing. And I feel like if I try to keep myself calm, I'm in all reality really helping them out, because they're very in tune. I mean, they're, you know,
Oh yeah, dogs
we
are.
see it with the weather
All
or whatnot.
are.
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep my composure for them, because if I act up just the slightest, Rambo will just start licking himself. Like with Haraj, she's very calmed and relaxed, but there's something about my energy that gets him.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to work on that, but so I'm so, that's, I think, what I've learned through COVID is to say thank you a lot more.
Yes. Gratitude is everything.
It is.
Gratitude is everything.
I get it. You know, it's like before it's like, why? But it is as simple as thank you, a genuine thank you. And not that I was never before, but it's truly, things are starting to all come together and make a lot more sense. And it makes life exciting, you know, when
Yes.
you know,
I wake up every day and I say all the things I'm grateful for. I write down in a journal what I'm grateful for, because it's so important to actually write down what you're like, why you're grateful, what you're grateful for. It keeps that present, keeps it. Our thoughts are so important. And so
yes,
if we're not like purposely, consciously trying, like doing all these things, then our subconscious takes over.
oh yeah,
And that's why people's lives go like this, up and down, because their subconscious is in control of what's going on. So I reprogrammed my mind and my brain to be in control of all of my thoughts, because if I'm not in control of all my thoughts, then someone else is. Some agenda is, something is, it's not me. And then I'm not really creating my reality, but I am the creator. You are the creator of your reality. You're the producer of the movie, the movie star, like the writer. You are the creator of your reality. We are the creator of our reality, and it's based off our thoughts and our process, that how that works, our mindset.
Right, what you think you will become. So I mean, you need to just really be possessive of your thoughts and your brain. And I don't feel bad when it comes to who I want in my life. Yeah, I very much care who I'm going to allow in my space up here, because this space is, you know, rented and it's not free. You know, I'm not going to just let someone come in and just take over it. And especially when I'm consciously trying to make every effort to have a better life and a fruitful and just a joyful and happy life. I can't let anyone come in here and contaminate that. So the rent is going up, you know.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, this space is like, you can't just come in and just try to tamper with stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in control of it now. And
you are in control of your life.
Yes. And I consciously can say that as of right now, and every day I just need to, every minute, every millisecond, I just got to remind myself that, you know, because I don't want to be thinking about the future. If I'm thinking about the future, I'm not in the present. If I'm thinking about the past, I'm not in the present, you know. So
all we have is the now.
Yes. And COVID has showed us that we don't know what the future holds. Like, so freaking stay in the present. Like, just sit there.
In the present.
Yeah, and just go with it. And God, it was so good to thank you so much for
thank you.
You're so awesome.
I love this talk. I love this. I love what you're doing, and
God, I'm
so
really
proud of you.